Hi guys, my name is Danny Tolowchinsky.
And my name is R.L. Stein. I'm this guy's dad.
And then we'll be talking about Goosebumps.
Who wasn't familiar, who was either a kid or a parent of a kid in the late 90s when the Goosebumps TV series aired on television. That's usually where TV series are shown. And so we're a fan of Goosebumps, right?
That's right.
Yeah, you guys always watched it. Now, Goosebumps are books. Goosebumps
Movies.
are movies. Goosebumps is the television series, and then the DVDs that you could get from the television shows, and I'm sure are available on streaming too. So, um, with Goosebumps, it largely remains the same. I'll also mention, by the way, that when you know cassette was still the way to go, we had a couple Goosebumps books on tape too. And the Lawn Gnomes was a favorite episode, and then Haunted Mask 2, I believe, right?
That's right.
So, okay, so we'll just quick talk about the stories. What do you think? Well, what about the movies? Do you have any thoughts about Goosebumps movies? I think they made two of them.
I think they make like a couple of them. I think
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What are your thoughts on that?
with my own thoughts is like cool because I just know bunch of them when I was a kid. So
Right. So yeah, it was kind of cool to see it. I guess translated maybe into more contemporary times when they made the movies. I don't know when they came out. I forget. But they're not the same thing. Obviously, trying to recapture stuff from when you're a kid is always kind of dicey, and trying to recapture stuff from television stories and then getting them into the movie format is also kind of a risky business. So we won't show too much bias here. Let's just say our favorite out of everything is probably the old television series.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, although we're in a regular thing now of reading through
Mm-hmm.
a bunch of the books too, which have always been around. We couldn't find all of our DVD boxes for them, so we're just gonna show some of our favorites from the book covers. So here, um, that's do a close up maybe. Haunted Mask, really good one, and there's a Haunted Mask 2. Uh, and then this is your bro's favorite, Eric, Werewolf of Fever Swamp. Okay, here's one of the first ones we ever saw. Stay out of the basement. Dad, are you a mad scientist? No, I'm an angry scientist. Another one. Night in Terror Tower. Okay. And then last, this is one of Danny's favorites, his favorite character, ongoing many stories. And that would be which one? Night of the Living Dummy 3, I think, is that one.
Mm-hmm.
Slappy is the ventriloquist dummy. And you have Night of the Living Dummy, Bride of the Living Dummy, Night of the Living Dummy 3, etc. There's a bunch of them. Okay. So let me give you the hardest question first. What's your favorite Goosebumps story?
Um, Elephant is my favorite. Is the whole thing.
Okay. Yeah, the whole series is good and everything, but I know you have a favorite. What would you say your favorite is out of all the different Goosebumps?
I do like the Slappies, and I do like the Werewolf of Feeble Swamp.
Okay. And now the slappy ones, the Living Dummy.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a favorite one? You have Night of the Living Dummy. You have Night of the Living Dummy 3. You have Bride of the Living Dummy. Which one? What one is your favorite?
Um, I just like both of
All of
them.
them?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. And so, what else did you say was a favorite other than the slappy ones?
The Werewolf of Feeble Swamp.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good one. By the way, these are Canada made, so the actors have these Canadian accents and words being used, phrases being used, and whatnot, and it's kind of interesting. And some famous people show up as kids in them, right?
That's right.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's kind of interesting to spot someone, who's contemporary in it. And, there's favorite characters too, sometimes humorous, like Zane, the cousin in, what is that, Night of the Living Dummy 3?
You don't have that one.
Yeah, and they're pranking him, and then Slappy's doing malicious stuff, and the cousins are getting blamed for it, and Zane is just kind of a quirky character in that one. So, the haunted masks are really good ones. I remember back when there was a Columbia Mall, one of the stores up there got Haunted Mask 2 sweatshirt that I think first was Christian's, and then it was yours,
Mm-hmm.
and then it was Eric's, as we kind of did the hand me down thing with it. Kind of was sad to leave that go eventually. I would have wore it if it was in a larger size, for sure. So, so what else do you have to say about Goosebumps? Haunted Masks, you like them?
Yes, I do.
Carly Beth
That's right.
is interesting in that. Christian was just showing me a picture of Carly Beth today and how she looks. I have to say, turned out a little bit more normal maybe than I thought she was going to. But yeah, so what else do you have to say about Goosebumps? Any specific ones or whatever?
I just like everything I know.
Well, tell us about Fever Swamp, Werewolf of Fever Swamp.
Well, so it was a kid and his family, because rest of his family literally lives in his house, and until the things happen, because we just have this we experiment thing. It was getting
An experiment.
yeah.
Uh, yeah, his parents are what, biologists? And they move where? Where's the house at? They move to
Swamp.
Fever Swamp. And they're studying, I think, some kind of deer, maybe, that live in the swamp.
Mm-hmm.
And then what happens?
And maybe somebody like accidentally killed the deals.
Yeah. And in the meantime, the young boy, the main character, Grady, I believe his name is, right?
Mm-hmm.
He had found a stray dog, so kind of a German Shepherd, I think it was. And the dog's getting blamed for it. But Grady knows it's not the dog. Who is it?
And some of the other old guy dressed up like a werewolf.
Okay. But what about his friend that he makes in Fever Swamp? That other kid.
Same thing too.
Yeah, what happens to that kid?
And he took a John's poem into a wolf until the moon.
Yeah, he's an actual werewolf. And when they get the full moon, he can't control himself. He's the one doing all this stuff. And so, yeah, it's an interesting story. Also, for people with short attention span, obviously, you have a half an hour episode or a little less without commercials, and that works for most people. So, um, Stay Out of the Basement is funny. They're all a nice touch of humor in with it. Phantom of the Auditorium, right? Play
That's
off
right.
a Phantom of the Opera. Have anything to say about that?
It's cool.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any other favorites other than the ones that we've mentioned already?
I do like the Night of Terror Tower.
Night in Terror Tower. These kids go back in time. They're at the Terror Tower. This guy is chasing them to try to get something he wants from them, and then they time shift back to the future, and then he follows them through the portal, and yeah, it's good stuff. Gets kids thinking about different things for sure. So, Night in Terror Tower, Stay Out of the Basement, Haunted Masks, the Ghost. What, the one Ghost Without a Head, is it?
You only have that one.
Yeah, and that's pretty cool, and it's also kind of creepy. Some of them are actually creepy. So, Goosebumps. If you haven't seen any of it or read any of it or anything, I don't know where you've been since the mid 90s, but you really should catch up on them with your kids, with your grandkids, or yourself, So, and of course, that was the theme song in the beginning of our video. Yeah, it's kind of iconic too. Okay, what else? Anything else?
Well, I do like the cuckoo clock.
Of Doom,
Yeah, Doom.
Say Cheese and Die,
That too.
Horrorland,
That too.
and many, many more. So, okay, what do you got to say to everyone?
Well, I would say peace.
And I say, dun 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 dun. Viewer beware. You're in for a
Scale.
dun 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 dun. See you next time.
Oh, and subscribe, ring the bell.
And subscribe. Ring a bell.